Hello, members of Math 122. This is Professor Bryce. It is Wednesday, October 15th. In case you're having any trouble getting started on your project, I just wanted to make sure you knew how to make the charts and the graphs. So what I've got here is the price of Ford stock in October of 2013. The price was $16.72 on October 1st of 2013, all the way through October 1st of 2014. So the price on October 1st of 2014 was $14.59. So part one of the preamble asks you to create a scatter plot and fit a linear model to the data. To do that, you would highlight the data. You would click on Insert. And then I would want to select a scatter plot. I don't see that here. Let me stretch this out a little bit. There we go. There's a scatter plot. And choose the one with just the dots, please. So there we go. We have a scatter plot. And part one asks us to then fit a linear model to this data. So I'm going to right-click on a point, add a trend line, make that a linear trend line, display the equation, and display the r-squared value. Now I'm going to move my trend line up to the right. They've also asked me to move this chart to its own sheet. The way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to hover over the chart and right-click, select Move Chart, and then I'm going to move that to a new sheet, and the new sheet is going to be called Linear. And when I hit OK, I will see that the sheet Linear down bottom is, let me move this. Alright, so down here at the bottom we should see that the sheet on the furthest left is for our linear regression. Then if I move back to sheet 1, I still have my data there. So now problem number 2 wants me to do the same thing, only with a quadratic model. So I'm going to, at the top here, click Insert, click on Scatter, and then when I hover over a point and right-click, I'm going to add a trend line that is a polynomial of order 2. The result will be a quadratic regression. Just as before, I want to move that chart to a new sheet, and I'm going to call that new sheet quadratic. So now at the bottom there, you should see that there is a new sheet, and that new sheet is called quadratic, and that's where that scatter plot along with that regression lives. Alright, so now back to sheet 1, I want an exponential regression. So to get that, I'm going to, at the top here, click Insert, get a scatter plot, right-click on a point, add a trend line. This one's going to be an exponential. Display my equation of my r-squared value. And then I want to move this over to a new sheet. That sheet's going to be called exponential. So now down bottom we have linear, quadratic, exponential. Last one we want to get is logarithmic. So at the top I'm going to click Insert. And on this scatter I'm going to right click and add a trend line that is a logarithmic regression. Then I'll move this chart to a new sheet called logarithmic. Alright, so at the end of all of this you should have a linear, a quadratic, an exponential, and a logarithmic sheet. And you should also have the sheet with your values of your stock from October 1st to October 1st, 2013 to 2014. So I hope that helped you get started. If you haven't already, please let me know if you have any questions. See you all soon.